Hello everyone. Before I begin this review, there's just been a lot of stuff going on right now in my personal life. Just a lot of crazy things going on right now, and I was just unable to get the video done. In fact, there was a lot of videos I wanted to get done last week that I was unable to because of things going on. But here it is now, and even though it's a little late, better late than never, I guess. And with that out of the way, I guess it's time to get things started. Hello everyone, I'm Joshua Gillespie and welcome back to the Muppets 2015 vlogs. Today I'll be looking at the 6th episode of this first season, known as the X Factor.
Rim shot!
The first story is about Kermit trying to find a birthday present for Denise. Unfortunately, he's not very good at finding presents. So, for some reason, he trusts the other Muppets to help him out.
Well, what about a scale? That would be thoughtful. Girls are always asking if they look fat. With a scale, they can know for sure. Ooh.
The other story is about the Electric Mayhem wanting Kristen Chenoweth to play at Floyd's parents' anniversary. But along the way, they run into some issues.
How long have you two been together?
Oh, wow. Together implies we're not two independent spiritual beings. I'm not anyone's lady. I'm not even my own lady. I wouldn't do that to myself.
Whoa, what the heck is this? I shut down my Tinder for you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up a tender topic. You guys can be whatever you want to be.
For sure. Zip boyfriend and girlfriend.
So, what do I like about this episode? Well, it does a good job of blending a lot of story with a lot of jokes. Unlike some episodes where it feels like it's either too story heavy or too joke heavy, this one is a really good balance.
You think this whole world revolves around you, but it doesn't. It revolves around the moon, which is why we have winter.
I like that the Electric Mayhem gets their own story. This is a way for them to get out of the office and really flesh out their characters.
Well, I'm no astroenterologist, but I can tell you this. You can either get back in the van on your own vocation, or I can drag you by your mustache.
Also, Denise comes back, finally, and she gets her own personality. She's nerdy and she's weird and she's kind of, she gets nervous and she actually has a personality outside of I'm Kermit's new girlfriend. And we learn a lot of things about her, like where she's from, what kind of things she likes. Even though a lot of these episodes have been focused story-wise around Miss Piggy with Kermit helping, this time it's about Kermit and how much he sucks at gift giving.
It's true. Last year for Christmas, he got me a stuffed gorilla that sings Jungle Boogie every time somebody moves.
Also, Kermit and Piggy's interaction. At the beginning of this series, and something a lot of people had issues with, was Kermit and Piggy, even though they've always fought with each other, it just felt a lot more mean-spirited. And even though I thought it was pretty funny, I could see why people had issues with it. But now they are shown, even though they're separate, they're still friends. I mean, they've been working together for over 30 years. So that's just not gonna tear them apart. So that's what I like. I like that Miss Piggy, it shows maturity in her character, going out of her way to help Kermit. The show has very much so lightened up, which I enjoy. I like how this show is giving characters more character. I already mentioned the Electric Mayhem, but this whole thing with Scooter being a mama's boy and not liking her new boyfriend and going to this painting place. It's a lot more than just the, well, my uncle who owns this theater would, you know. It's a lot more than that. And it just shows how, I don't know what you would call it. I don't want to say pathetic, but I guess it's like what Kermit says in the episode.
I gotta get out and party. 10 minutes later, I was here glazing the Dalmatian. And I've been here ever since.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. So
Yeah.
cool, it might be something you want to keep to yourself.
Thanks, Rach.
Alright, so what didn't I like about this episode? I know they're trying to modernize the Muppets by giving them stuff like iPhones, and that's fine, and mentioning real life things, that's fine. It's just, and see, I feel like I'm nitpicking with this, because maybe it's just part of her character, but when Denise...
If I don't do it now, I am never gonna do it. YOLO!
That's a phrase that in, I wanted to say 5 years, but I can't even guarantee 3 years. But maybe it was, I get that it was done as a joke, like, oh my gosh, see, she said YOLO. When, in 5 years or whatever, or however many years, having to go to your kids and be like, YOLO was a thing people said for some reason, and it stands for you only live once, and those were dark times, young Jimmy. We don't remember those times anymore. But anyway, another big issue I had was there's no Fozzie in this episode. And the reason that bothers me is Kermit's looking for a present for his girlfriend. If you were in that situation, who is the first person you would turn to? Your best friend. Other than your significant other. You know what I mean. Fozzie is Kermit's best friend, yet he is nowhere in this episode. I've checked, I've watched it many, many times just trying to find where he is, and nope. My final problem with this episode is I think the scene with Kermit and Scooter in the painting place, because I can't remember the name, I think it just goes on a bit too long. It's a funny scene, especially when Kermit is showing his plate that he has painted. That's a hilarious scene, but I just feel it could have been shortened, and maybe that's where they could have put Fozzie in. Cut something out of that and have him talk to Fozzie and him have some terrible idea. Other than those things, this is an episode that gives the Electric Mayhem more character. It gives Scooter more character. We get to see Kermit and Piggy interacting in not so much of a hateful way. We get to see them acting like friends. Kristen Chenoweth, who I'm not even the biggest fan of, I tolerated her in this episode. So that's something by itself. The fact that the Muppets can make me tolerate an actress that I'm not very fond of. And with that, I think this is an episode that you should check out, and thank you for watching.
I got his mustache!
Guys!
Man.